And then we're to go live. I've been trying to find a platform where we can try, and I was going to do it tonight, but I think I'm going to wait for a little bit. I want to. There's a thing called StreamYard that I looked into that is kind of like Zoom, but you don't need to worry about software. It's like a thing where I just send you an invite, and then you join the room, and then we can do a lot more creatively. Like if you want to share a photo, if you want to share an audio bite or a video clip or whatever, we can make it more interactive that way.
That would be awesome.
So I'm gonna it's like $20 a month to do it, but I'm gonna look more into it this week and then maybe it's in the next show or the show after that. Because I wanna or maybe I'll wait till we don't have any guests because I don't want it to be too confusing for anybody, because we're so used to using Zoom. But this might be
Right.
even easier. And it said the resolution is supposed to be a lot better too, so
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
I'm always for something like that, especially you and I, we have really good connections and everything, and maybe it'll help everybody else too. I don't know, but we'll see. I'm gonna do a little bit more research on it, and I'll let you know.
That'd be awesome.
Because I did say I was gonna try to do something different, but I didn't want to make it be like, well, oh, we're so used to doing stuff on with Zoom and everything, but it's like, it would be nice to be able to do more stuff creativity or creatively,
Oh,
you
yeah,
know,
absolutely.
because
We on, we,
I can do it here, but it's like it's like harder because you got to push buttons and stuff, and here you don't need to really on StreamYard you don't have to do all that stuff. It's already built in, so
what's
everybody can
called
hear the same
StreamGuard?
audio. StreamYard,
What's the
it's
name of it?
it's called StreamYard. So
Oh,
you just go to
StreamYard.
Yeah,
Okay.
StreamYard. See, I was trying to find something that would work with Zoom or something similar to that. That's what
Yeah.
I was trying to find, and this seemed to do the trick anyway, as far as what I was looking at. So we'll see, though.
Right.
Like I said, I'm gonna give it a little bit of. I'm gonna try it out and see how I think about it. Maybe do a test or whatever, and see, and then maybe I'll let you know. And then we can maybe do a pre-test or something later or whatever.
Yeah, I don't mind. I told you anytime, really, at night. I don't care. I don't do nothing.
Okay, so that's cool. Appreciate that. Let's
You know?
see. You're live now. I'm gonna tag you, or I'll just copy, give you the link here. Then you can kind of do whatever. You can tag, or you can do whatever you want with it. I really don't care. Not really worried about live audience. If we have, I'm sure we'll get some people tonight.
Okay.
So there you go. All right, we'll just get started here because we're live now and everything. So. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Frankie Slauson, and welcome to another great edition. Well, it's not really a show tonight, even though it's kind of like a what you call a in between Christmas and New Year's break show. Kind of letting everybody know kind of what's happening and what's going on here with the next season of Renegade Radio, and kind of letting people know some updates of what's been going on over the course of the Christmas break and what to expect in the future as far as content goes. Anyway, I'm your host with the most, Frankie Slauson, along with Screaming Sam, and we're kind of taking you back to, well, it wasn't that long ago when it was just a few months ago when you and I were just the ones that kind of just doing our thing, and then all of a sudden, just because of trying to add more flavor to the already flavored barbecue chicken.
We're back to 6 people again.
Well, I mean, if Antique Man does show up next week, then yeah, we definitely
Well, I
will
love
have our
Antique Man.
favorite.
I mean, you got a good crew, so
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I mean, we just want to do this show to kind of let people know that yes, we're still doing the show. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to do my entire marathon of videos right away last weekend. I got busy in between stuff and things, then work. I had to work and everything, and just things happen. But I have one more thing to upload from the last season, and that was our last episode with Bear. and I'll do that either tomorrow or the next day. I'm just kind of spreading everything out, but I did want to get your opinion real quick. Did you get a chance to watch the two Untitled podcasts at all? Episodes?
Our episodes or the Frankie Slauson ones?
The other stuff that I uploaded that were in between our stuff that I told you I was gonna upload.
I didn't get a chance to listen to the whole thing, but I clicked on it. I just didn't have time to watch it all.
What did you think of what you saw at all? Was
You
it-
one-on-one, you mean?
Well, just like what? No, like with me and the other guy that let like he was. This is what Renegade
Oh,
Radio
yeah,
probably
that
what it's
guy.
going to
Yeah, I was
be.
watching.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was watching parts of that. Yeah,
I don't want to name him because who knows? He could be watching and everything. He's a guy
right.
that we could have done. This could have been what Renegade Radio was going to be like. Well, if he would have stuck with me, it wouldn't have been called Renegade Radio at the time. It would have been probably called. I was thinking the show titled "Let's Talk About That" because it seemed like a simple title for a show. But I tell you this, the guy, as I've said before, he kind of just up and left after the second episode. And we were supposed to do a lot more during the summer, and I don't know why he left. He never once ever told me, never got any information on any of
Because
it.
you're a
And
hard guy to work for, Sean. You're a hard guy to work for.
sure I am. Yeah. I'm so hard. I'm so hard that people just leave, and it's just you and I again now.
I was gonna leave tonight, and I said, you know what? I can't stick him like that. Not again.
Oh, whatever. Well, I just wanted what your personal thoughts from what you did see. If
I
you
think we
thought
got a
that,
better deal now. I think we
okay.
have a better deal now than what that was. I'm not sure. I mean,
I mean,
I think
did you get a vibe from him at all that he really understood
first of all, I thought
podcasting
he
at
was a
all?
guest. I didn't know he was your host
His co-host,
watching
yeah.
it. You know what I mean, or whatever
the
co-host.
the
But
the woman who he interviewed
right, she
Sunday
was the
Wild, she was our
guest.
guest, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I understood that. Yeah, I don't. I mean, I don't know. It would have been all right, I guess. But I don't know. Yeah, it was okay. But I think you have a better deal now than ever. To be honest with you.
I figured you'd say that because of course it's better.
Not because
Everything's
of
better.
me, not because of Tony. It's first of all, you got a woman on, which is Mrs. T, and she's the best. I mean, I
Oh,
think
of
she's
course,
awesome.
of
You know what I
course.
mean? Yeah, you got a variety now. You got a guy that's a hockey announcer, race car announcer, DJ. You got Antique Man, who's talented as all hell on playing videos and singing songs on the internet, and you got Tony the wrestler. You got Screaming Sam, ex Sam Kinison impersonator. So I mean, you couldn't ask for a better crew. I don't think. I really don't.
Yeah,
You know,
well, I'm glad you said that because I like our crew and
I know
that's
you were
why.
depressed over that though.
Oh, I was because that the thing about it, like it doesn't bother me as much anymore. The whole reason why I wanted to upload it because I was going to upload them a long time ago, but yes, I was very depressed at that time, so I didn't do that. I just figured, well, fuck it. Then if nobody wants to do anything with me, maybe I'll just do it by myself. But I didn't want it to be about me, and I didn't want it to be like because I've done stuff by myself, a lot of shows by myself, and it's not really that fun. It's not
I'll
to.
be honest with you. I don't think I could do a show by myself. I mean, if it wasn't for me and my crew back in the day, there would have been no Screaming Sam show. I'll guarantee there would be no Screaming Sam show because it's hard. I used to have a little radio show set up in my office that I had live on my website, and I would push it on Facebook to go on my website and listen to my show live. It was listening, and
Sure.
you just can't come up with the reactions with your buddies or reaction with the other people, or it's priceless. You know what I'm saying? It's priceless. Being by yourself, you don't have no interaction. You don't know if you're funny. You don't know if you're putting it out right. You know what I'm saying? But you got
Well,
other people to cover your ass.
well, in the early days when I was doing like radio and stuff, and actually doing just an audio podcast, it was a little bit different because I was in the studio. But it was nice to have. I did have once in a while a friend and whatever that was with me and everything. But it's like then those days disappeared, and I didn't think I'd ever have that again. So that's why I always say I'm so grateful to have my crew because you guys have helped me make something that people I don't know how often they talk about it to you, but a lot of people, at least in my area and all that, have asked me about it, and I'm getting a lot of a good feedback, more than I ever thought I
I'm getting a
was.
lot of feedback. I get a lot of feedback, and there's some things they could, tell me should be different. Like, um, like we're not all perfect in this and everything, but there was a couple things they mentioned, which I mean, it's not bad, but I mean, it needs fixed a little bit, but not much. You know what I'm saying?
Sure,
So
sure.
yeah,
Well,
I mean,
definitely the over talking, but I mean that of course is
you
internet
can't help
delay.
that.
That's internet delay, and then it's just like, well, your brother, like, and I love your brother, and
Hmm.
he's great, and we'll have him on for as long as he wants to be on because his energy is up there. I never thought I'd meet somebody who actually like everybody's passionate about this, but your brother seems to be like this is something that seems like he's wanted to do for a long time too, and never just had. How come you and him never did anything like this together?
Because I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to put it together. He asked me a while ago, why don't we ever do something like that? And I went, because I don't have, if I did, I would have tried to get a group together and did it myself.
Okay.
But I just, because I was hoping for someone to, like I said, another team out there wanted me to be on it. At the same time you asked me, but I
Uh-huh.
felt more comfortable with you because they were like a little crazy and not crazy, crazy, but they would like, I don't know, cut people down, whatever. But I just felt a good vibe on it. And I mean, of course, we're going to swear. We're going to do some things that
Oh yeah.
some people don't like. I mean, I know my brother sometimes he moves around a lot, looks around, and he fades into that background, which if he would just do like he does his videos he makes and just put that thing on his face, he'd be a perfect host.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
absolutely, absolutely.
He would
Well,
be a
see,
perfect host.
and like with this background now, this is one of the two backgrounds that I made that you've seen. I'm sure by now, and I know you saw the first one that I did, but I added Antique Man. But his picture turned out differently because every time I try to do him like in a GTA style format, it makes him look like a woman. So
What's that? You mean that picture behind you?
yeah, this was
I
a
love
different
that
picture.
picture.
Yeah, well, it's the only one that I could find that actually where it made sense. The other ones are different. They're different, like GTA art styles. This one's like more cyberpunk, but
Yeah, I
looks
like
just like him though.
it does. I mean, I think his is the best one out of all of them. I mean, mine, I don't really care a lot for it, but I mean, it's there, but
Well,
it
I didn't
doesn't
have a whole
matter.
lot to work with when
I like the different look. You know what I mean? I like the different look
I
because,
what it's supposed to do is try to make us look more cooler than we really are. But I don't know. I like Grand Theft Auto, and I thought that'd be kind of a cool look for everybody. See what they look like
no, it's
all
cool. It's a good, I love
GTA-ified.
it.
Yeah, I mean, it makes us look more like, hey, these people look like we should be taking them seriously a little bit. They don't just look like cartoon
But they
characters. We want to see
should.
what they, yeah, oh, absolutely.
They
No matter
should.
what we look like, I could have made us a Disney, all Disney-fied, but then I just no, I don't want to do that. I just like, you
No,
know
it looks
what?
good like that. I really
Yeah,
think it does. I think it looks
yeah,
good.
little creativity on my part, just because I like to update the stuff, and I felt bad because I didn't include the Anthony and John and stuff in the last banner, so I figured we'll go with this team for a little while and see how it goes.
No, see, I
But
like it like this because, like you said, I mean, we were skipping people. We were, I mean, I mean, like I don't know. Yeah, I think you're right. I think if the way it is, it looks professional. Don't have nothing
well,
to do with nobody else. Just have it do
yeah.
with us.
Well, and also I was able to format it right, as you can tell. It's also formatted right, and with the software that I had, I was able to find out what the actual resolution was for a proper zoom background, so it's not all zoomed in anymore. So I did all this off of a banner software that I used to create posters and whatever. Most of our stuff that I've created before has been through that website. It's a free site, whatever, just to make banners and whatever. And so I want to make sure that everybody saw at least if not everybody behind me, because I'm right here, whatever, but in a way, would like to see our Renegade Radio logo and the Facebook Live logo anyway, just to make it look like we're trying to be somewhat professional and to look more like we care about what we're doing and we put more effort into it.
Well, that's like if you, I don't know if I shared a couple times. I knew the guy. He wasn't a friend of mine, but down in Florida, Bubba the Love Sponge. He was
Uh-huh.
on a Howard Stern thing. He got a thing we're going right now on Facebook. It's a live thing, live like show, and he has four people, and he does most of the talking, but they do interact with him. But you watch, they sometimes step over each other. Like the girl was working there, got yelled at today from Bubba and stuff like that because he said something and she took it the wrong way. I don't know, but it made me want to listen to it to see what happened
Sure.
because, you know what I'm saying?
I
Sometimes maybe pushing a button on her phone, maybe a little bit where people want to see what the hell happened. You know what I mean? Might be a good thing, but you got to make it interesting for people who want to watch it. And like I says, I know Bubba. I love his shows, and I used to listen to his radio show, the Howard Stern show, and yeah, he's always like they're a little edgy on that show. You know what I'm saying? But it's
it,
fun. It was fun to listen to. But yeah,
it kind of seems like he and Hulk Hogan are always like going at it all the time. Like
oh,
they
they're
don't
at it
like
right
each
now.
other.
Yeah, he's being sued. I think one of them two are being sued. I think Bubba's being sued right now
That's crazy. That's crazy.
because the sex tape he made and one of his employees put it out there.
Oh, sure. Okay, yeah. See, I thought that stuff was like already
Fake.
done, taken care of with already, like in the past and
But
everything.
when it happened, it sounded fake, but it wasn't fake, man. I mean,
No, I saw a little bit of the video, but I didn't care to see Hulk Hogan's wee wee, so little Hulkamaniac, so you know, brother, jeez. Anyway, I mean, it's just it's weird, but I mean they've been fighting for a long time, so it doesn't really matter.
we're gonna be good. I think we got the name, we got the people, we got we
Yeah,
got it. I mean, and I can't believe some of the people you get on. I mean, all the people you get on.
well,
I didn't want to really ask Bill about doing it this week because he was on vacation for his birthday, and that's another thing I'm gonna put out there. Happy birthday to Bill Kinnison, whose birthday was yesterday.
yes, happy
And
birthday.
it's '07. My mom died on New Year's Eve too, New Year's Day. So it was like bittersweet. I mean, it was like cool because of Bill, but then I thought about it. Oh shit, my mom died this day. It's like, yeah, it is what it is. I mean, my mom passed away, dude, and my show's down in Florida.
Yeah,
And we didn't skip a beat. We did the funeral. As soon as I got back to the show, we were right at it. The TV, the radio. I mean, you got to keep it going. I couldn't just close down because we used to take breaks down there too. But
yeah.
I didn't want to leave everybody hanging. I went on my show like nothing happened. I mean, it is what
Well,
it is.
that's why with me, I mean, I wanted to do more shows than we did, but that's why I included like the interviews and had you involved. If nobody else could be involved, I figured I'll have you be my moderator, and more likely it's just more or less just a title because I want you to be a part of the interview process too, because it might be somebody that you might be interested in or might not, and if it's not, then whatever. At least it's just a one time and a one and done and whatever. But for most of the people that we've had on, I would love to have them on again. Some of these people have been on my shows many times. That's why I asked them to come back because I
Yeah.
wanted to do a Zoom thing with them because I've never done a video thing with them. I've always done audio, so. It's nice
I
to see
thank
the
God for
people.
Mama T and Tony and my brother Mad Dog. I mean, they do homework. My brother does his homework on his stuff. It might be the last couple of days before he gets on, but he asks some good questions. I mean, he practices, he studies it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
And
don't I don't have time for that. Like even when I did my shows, I didn't practice. I didn't do nothing. Did right before the show. I'd be shitting my pants. I don't know what I'm going to do. And then when I get on stage, it's like it opened up and I did what I had to do. And you couldn't get me off the stage once I was on it. You know what I mean?
But
But
did your crew do any research at all on the guests, or who got the guests? Did you get the guests, or
well,
did
the
they
guests were
get the
easy,
guests?
Sean, because they were fucking porn stars and strippers. You know what I'm saying? So, I
Okay.
mean, yeah, we knew about our guests because we worked with them before.
Oh,
So we
okay.
knew about them when they come on a show. But I mean, how hard can my show be? It was like, spanking girls and doing this and doing that. And,
Well, did you
you
ever
know,
have like a big A-lister or B-lister that was on that made your show even bigger at all?
what's that?
Did you ever have like a big A-lister or B-lister or somebody that was really famous on your show that help make your show get more views and everything?
Well, we like around Sam Kinnison's deal. Like the one night we had Craig Gass, we had
Yeah,
well, we had Craig Gass a couple times, but Pauly Shore, Richard Pryor Jr., which
sure.
a lot of people attracted a lot. I mean, that was a big show when
Okay.
Waterboy did his impersonation of his dad, and he's like, my dad roll over in his grave. He heard that, you know what I mean? It's like, but it was funny and nobody was mad about it, and you know what I'm saying? It
Oh,
was
that's
just
good.
funny, and this guy, Waterboy, actually thought that he could do Richard Pryor the best, and he was terrible, but it was funny. It brought a good show. You know what I mean?
Oh,
That was
that's
one of
nice.
that was a good show, but a lot of them were porn stars, strippers, and they get on a
Sure.
show. We had a disco ball. We had lights that flashed, and they danced on our stage. You know what I'm saying? So we had a lot of
Jesus.
things. We had professional cameras. We had a guy in the background helping us out, Johnny Kazmaier. He's from Florida. He would come on the show and give us some help. And then we got some interns to work for us to do some editing. Believe it or
Sure.
not, we got interns, you know what I mean? Then one intern became part of our show. It was a girl, and we call her Miss T. Oh, that's right. We called her Miss T. We got
Yeah.
Mama T now.
Lots of
But
T's anyway. Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
that's
so
cool. That's
it
cool.
was I had fun. I mean, I looked forward to all our shows. I really did.
Oh,
You know
that's
what I
good. That's
mean?
good. And then, and
Yeah.
it still continues to this day, and that's why I'm glad that we kind of, we put our worlds together, and I said, let's just see what happens, because you never know. I mean, you never know when you mess around with somebody from a different part of the America or whatever, wherever you are, and a lot of magic can happen, and it seems like it's been working for us. Like the format, we need to work more on like I think more segments on especially even when we do have a guest on or whatever. Like we talk randomly, but nothing's ever planned, and that's okay. But I want to start doing like the movies of the week or what's like take 10-15 minutes and talk about what's coming on Blu-ray, what's coming on
A little
4K.
bit funny news. A little
Yeah, yeah,
bit
yeah,
funny
yeah.
news.
Yeah. I mean,
That's what
just so we
Waterboy
have some
did.
segments. Well, see, the thing is, we don't know when Waterboy is going to make an appearance again, or if
Right.
he ever will.
He's a
And
busy man, dude. He's a busy
so
man.
we need our crew, which I think Mama T would be perfect at doing the news stuff because I think she
Yeah,
should be
but
the
while
new one.
she's doing it, we got to butt in and cut it down. I mean, it's something that
Oh,
it's got to be a good one where we can laugh and not like seven kids got killed in a bus accident or something like
no,
that.
no,
You know
no,
what I
no, no,
mean?
no, no. But
But
like
that's
a
what Waterboy used to bring up, and I'd
like
be like, dude, Lee, don't let's
yeah.
do
See,
something.
I'm talking about like a parody of the news where you're making fun of the news, but not really
Right.
like to have like a scary thing happen. Like, oh, somebody got murdered, a guy's dick chopped off again. It's like, oh, now he's dickless again.
That's
I'm
like
talking just like funny.
my brother told me a story one time. He was telling me about this guy. His son was in a bad motorcycle. I mean, it's not funny, but he was
Yeah.
in a bad motorcycle accident. I don't know if he's kidding me or what. And he had his whole his body was like tore off his right arm, left, right arm. I said, so he's all right, right? And he went, what? He goes, yeah, there was nothing left of him. And the way we interacted with that was so funny because it was like we started laughing, and I'm going, that's a shame we're laughing, but it's fucking funny. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just getting the joke too now. Just what you just
Right.
said.
That's what
It's
I'm
like, oh, I
saying.
get it. I get
It was
it.
so calm. It wasn't even meant to be funny when I said, oh, so he's all right or what? And he's like, no, there was nothing left of him. Because my brother is one of the slickest guys that come back with a joke.
Wow.
He's one of the
Wow.
slickest people out there.
It seemed like that when we had Joey Voices on. He really liked doing, well, I tried to do some impressions anyway. Joey Voices, like on stage, that guy's a master. When he's just doing a live show, sometimes it's hard, to recreate stuff that you're good at unless you've been doing it for a long time. Joey Voices has been doing it a long time, but I don't know if he had like a lisp or something, or if he was just like sick or had false teeth or whatever, because it sounded a lot different to me than he used to anyway, but it's been a long time since we've chatted, so I don't know.
Yeah, Tony used to do Al Pacino. He used to do Ronnie Dangerfield. And this is not on stage. This is all hanging out, drinking, having fun. And we would laugh so hard because the fucking guy, I mean, Tony is a funny son of a bitch. He really is. I mean, I know it seems like a lot of people probably, I had some people ask me, do we have a problem with each other? Does he
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean? Because he cuts me down a little bit on the show,
he
whatever. But
roasts you a lot, and that's what I
he
was going to
roasts me a
ask you.
lot,
Like,
and I'm
what's up
okay
with
with that.
that?
Originally, him and I got together and said, we're not going to do that, not for this show, because we want to keep it professional. But I'll tell you what, fucking people like that shit. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? So
it's
I'm
pretty
not going
funny.
to, I'm not going to stop something that's making people laugh or funny. You know what I
Well,
mean?
that's
Let them
good.
do it. Let them do it.
That's
I can handle it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, obviously, you should be able to, man. I mean, you've had yourself a career and doing that for a kind of a living, and even when you're not on stage, when you've been just working at various jobs, I'm sure you've had to roast a few people now and again. And some
I used
people
to be
probably
funny. I
can't
used to be
handle
funny
it.
too. Yeah, I used to down
Well,
at
you're
when I
still
used to go.
funny though.
When I worked at our gas station, I imitated everybody that worked at the gas station, like, and I was pretty good at myself back in the day. And I never understood why I never gave that a chance to get on stage or something, and maybe try some comedy back in the day. But
Yeah,
it took the Sam Kinison. You have to understand something too. I was always heavy in my whole life.
sure.
By the way, I lost 57 pounds now. I lost three
Wow.
pounds this week. But anyway,
Okay.
I was always big and fat, and the Sam Kinison character hid that fat. You
Uh-huh.
see what I'm saying? Nobody looked at
Uh-huh.
me and called me fat anymore. It was like, oh my God, you look just like Sam Kinison. You know what I mean? And it
Yeah.
actually helped me get along with that because, it took away the being fat. And actually, when I was out of character, I was embarrassed because it kept me like, I don't give a shit now. Someone called me fat. You know what? Your
Well,
mother
Sam,
likes it that
well,
way. I just say your mother likes it that way. So she never bitched.
but
And I
I
laid my stomach on her head.
don't. But like Sam, even himself was. I mean, maybe in the later years he was a little bit heavy, but not too much. I mean, I
300
don't think
pounds. He's 300 pounds. I was 300 pounds
he was
back in the
300
day.
pounds. Okay,
Yeah.
huh. For some reason on stage, I mean, at least some of the stuff that I've seen, other than his last special, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it just seemed like he was average, but he must have been a short guy too, because he didn't seem like he was a tall person.
Well, he had the overcoat on, which hid everything. That's what I did. I mean, nobody knew I was that fat with the overcoat on.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Baggy
But was
overcoat.
was was Sam a short person though? Was he short, like 5 foot or 5'4", 5 foot
5'7",
7"?
5'6", 5'6", 5'7".
Okay.
I'm between 5'6" and 5'7".
Yeah, that's
We
about
weighed
me
the
too.
same back in the day. We looked identical back in the day. Bill Kinnison
Yeah.
actually freaked out. And at Sturgis, he kept calling me Sam. But you notice on the show he calls me John now. But
Yeah, 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 yeah,
back
yeah.
in the day, he used to call me Sam. And I'm sorry. I said, no, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? He called me Sam.
Well, when you first met John, or when you first met Bill back in the day, and looking like how you look like with your photos and everything, yeah, I mean, I would have thought, Sam, you died. What are you doing being alive again? What the fuck, If you're alive, why didn't you call me?
Everybody.
Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you? I'm sure he had a million questions, and then he just realized that wait a minute, this can't be him. But
Yeah.
but
There's a lot of people, tons and tons of people that thought I was, I mean, even,
did he hug you right away, like thinking that you were like
no, he
Sam?
usually freaked out whenever I first met him. He's like, I can't stop staring at you because you look like Sam, your hair's like Sam, you know. And his friends used to tell me, you got fucking Sam's fingers and everything, little chubby fingers you got. And look,
So so what if you would have done this? And I know it's probably not the right thing to do because you're messing with the guy's emotions, but if you really just say you didn't know much about Bill at the time other than whatever. What if you would have pretended to be Sam for a little bit? Do you think he would have really bought like say, yeah, Bill, this is Sam, this is your brother.
yeah.
I'm fine.
Well,
I'm
I didn't want
sorry.
to push it. I didn't like pushing it, but I did. I mean, when we took pictures together, I screamed, you know what I mean?
No,
Like
no,
I
no, no,
did
no,
the
no.
Sam
I'm
face.
talking about just like when you first met to
Oh no, I
I
would never
mean,
do that. I could never do that
yeah.
because I don't want disrespect his,
Yeah, but because I'm sure he would have thought differently. You're like, wait a minute, you told me you were Sam, now you're not? What's going on here? Are you
Cody
Sam
said
or
hi. Cody said hi.
who said hi? Cody?
Yeah, Cody Slawski.
Oh, Skalski? Okay.
Skalski and
Skalski?
Eric Adams is on too. He said, "Hey, oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, it's Antique Man, Eric Adams, sir.
yeah." But
Yeah, and I apologize for anybody that thought that we were doing a show tonight and that I didn't ask. I just wanted to do something with Sam because we haven't, this is like, old school. And I think, once in a while we're gonna do this randomly, just even if we don't have a guest, just talk about random things, just the two of us and they're live. It's just a bonus episode, is all it is. This is just something just to keep people in the loop to say, hey, we're still rocking it. We're not going anywhere.
that's right.
So, but season 2 starts next Monday. Are you ready
Wow.
for the big season? Because there's some stuff that I have planned, some big guests that I have planned that I've already throughout the holiday season, which it seemed like the break went kind of quick this year, but throughout the holiday season, I've been trying my best to try to book some people, and pretty much everybody who I've asked, other than one person, has said yes. So everybody that I've updated or put on the poster anywhere that when I made an announcement has confirmed that they will be on. Now I don't want me to get too confused and thinking that we're having like 4 guests on in one show because that's not it. That's not it. We're having 3 guests. The first 2 guys are uh, Dennis Willis and Stephen Kirk. They're out of Southern California. They're from originally from like the Bay Area is where the show originated. I don't know if it still does or not. I guess we'll find out because I know they live within like Los Angeles and all that. They do a show called Sound Waves, and I believe they've been celebrating their 40th anniversary of doing the show together. It's like an 80s retrospect type of show. And then just it's kind of like our show, but like audio. And they do a video show too, but it's all more based on music and like people from the 80s and stuff. So with you, Sam, they're gonna get a kick out of you because I'm sure they approve of the Sam legacy and everything,
Yeah.
So they'll like you. And then the second hour at 7:30 or my time anyway. We're getting a legendary actor. Are you familiar with this actor at all?
What's his name again?
Jack O'Halloran.
No,
He's a
I
big
didn't
guy.
recognize the picture or nothing. No, but
You
the
ever watch?
last one I didn't know who he was till I did research while we were doing a show. And I'm
Okay.
like, holy shit, I know, what I mean? I know him.
Well,
No,
did you ever watch the original Superman films at all with Christopher Reeve at all? Back in the
yeah,
day?
yeah.
So he's one of the guys that wears a beard and wore the black outfit. I
Okay.
guess his character was called N-O-N.
I'll do research on it.
Yeah, you got time. I'm sure Mama T's already, she's excited about it because she was like, "How the hell did you get Don on here?" Well, I mean, we're friends on Facebook. We've been friends a long time. I decided, well, maybe I'll ask him because he's somebody new. I've never had him on my show before, and he seemed to be pretty excited about it. So he'll be on the
Cool.
last hour, and then for because it's Elvis's birthday too that day. So maybe if anybody has any I don't know if everyone's anybody's real fans of Elvis, but we can always bring him up like a little tribute or do a little tribute to him or something. If you
Yeah.
want to, whatever. The following week, January 15th, the next episode, we have 2 confirmed guests. And the first guest you probably saw already. He's a up and coming comedian. He's been doing it for a little bit. His name is Sam Miller, and if you need to watch his stuff. Like go on YouTube and watch his stuff. He is funny as hell. He's a big guy, but he wears a lot of funny outfit, shirts or whatever to make him seem like he's a pretty cool dude, I'd say. But he's out of like the Washington area, and he's going to be joining us. He's an up and coming comedian. Maybe you can give him some advice from your comedy days. I'm sure he
Mhm.
could use some advice. He released an album that's on Spotify. And he's working on another one here soon, so a comedy album anyway. And then the second guest I just confirmed today is somebody who's a brand new. Another new person I've never had on my show before. His name is Vincent Barry, and okay. You guys are big. You were big into wrestling. I don't know how much you're big into it anymore, but I'm sure like Mad Dog would approve of this. Did you guys, or are you planning on seeing that Iron Claw movie at all?
I don't know. I don't know that movie.
It's about the Von Erichs.
No, I'm not like I don't know. I like revenge movies and stuff.
Oh, this is a wrestling biopic.
Oh, see, I don't. Tony's more into that than I am. I wasn't really
Okay,
into wrestling other than my brother.
okay,
You know,
okay.
not like I like Hulk Hogan and all those guys. I mean, Bruno Sammartino, but I was never a big wrestling fan. I wouldn't like go out of my way to go see a wrestling show, except for my brother.
Okay.
I supported him.
Well, because that movie, The Iron Claw, just came out in theaters, and because this guy did a book based on one of the Von Erich family members, we're gonna have him on the second hour
Oh, cool.
on the 15th. So anyway, so yeah, it's pretty exciting, and I'm gonna start. We're not gonna have guests on every week, obviously, but it's like I just want to get the season going so that to warm the crowd up a little bit because I think people like the guests. I think people even love it when we don't have a guest. I just feel like I'm gonna do what I can to make everything work the best that I can on my end.
Yeah, but that
So
could have been 4 shows if you saved those guests for one each show.
yeah, but I'm also trying to book them based on their availability too.
Yeah.
You have to
Yeah.
understand that sometimes just because we're available for it doesn't mean that everybody else is. So yes,
Bullshit.
they could have.
Bullshit.
Well,
You do it when we want you to do it.
yes, that could have been 4 episodes, but then it's like, I don't want to do one guest a show. If I was by myself, maybe I would. If I was just you and I again, maybe I would, but I really believe we might as well put the effort in and just enjoy it because, dude, these people are willing to come on our show.
Right.
They could say fuck you and everything you stand for, but no, they don't. They're happy to get the free promotion out there, and we're happy to have them out there too. Think about this. This year's gonna be very crazy. With since we're doing this now, and since this is a real thing, like it has been the last 16 episodes, we're just getting warmed up. We're gonna have a lot of people on the show, and by the end of the year, when we're ending season 3 of the show, if you're still with me by that time, we're gonna look back on this whole year together and we're gonna be like, man, we've done some amazing shit. Plus, I plan on doing stuff with John Roberts in Grand Forks and in his studio. So
Right.
some of the episodes are gonna look different because they're not gonna be like this. And eventually, and I'm working on getting on my computer desk as well. So sooner or later,
Oh,
I'll
so
have a
you
different
when you go
thing.
to John's, that'll be you and John together, or you ain't gonna
No, no,
put
no,
out?
no, 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 no. We'll be
It'll
doing
just look
it.
different.
Well, we're looking different. I'll look different because I'll be in the studio. If
Right.
you're able to make it, you and Mad Dog, decide one day you want to come up and, visit for a week or whatever, to do some episodes in his studio, that's up to you. I would
Right.
make time for that,
Yeah, I wish we all lived together, like lived close together. That'd be
I
really awesome.
I just feel bad because you guys aren't, like you'll be able to be part of a lot of the stuff that we do, but like I've already talked to that Josh Kappas guy about doing something with having our crew do something for the wrestling event in May at the Ralph Engelson Arena in Deep River,
Right.
and he's thinking about it. Like he did watch one episode of the podcast. I think it was the one with the Rob Fairbanks, the Res reporter. So I told him that was a pretty good episode. I don't know what his decision will be, but I really hope that he chooses me and our crew because I told him we can offer and do things that other stations and stuff won't do. You know, because a lot of stations, believe it or not, sometimes when they do remotes and everything, they have to charge the person who they're catering at the event for to be a part of their event. It's not just a free advertising or whatever. They get paid. A lot of the real stations get paid to do live remotes, and that's how they make most of their money nowadays. I guess I didn't know that.
I guess you
That,
answered this one guy's question, Cody. Do you have any WWE superstars coming on the show? It's
oh,
not WWE, right?
well, Kurt Angle is a former WWE, but that's a maybe. That's if everything works out with Josh, if he allows us to do it, because he can
Right.
tell me
Right.
no, like he's done all the other times, you
Right.
know. But I'm simply just gonna just bring it out there where it's like we'll see what he says. I'm not gonna press my luck or anything, but I want him to know about us soon right away before he starts selling tickets. Because now he's been selling tickets, and I don't know how that's been going at all. Because it seems like there's a lot left as of today, as of Tuesday, January 2nd, 2024. Because I'm gonna buy a ticket just in case, but I'm hoping for press passes, and then I'll just give somebody my ticket.
Right. Right.
Because that would be good for us. But as far as like any pro wrestlers right now and upcoming, no, not right now. It's just when I look for somebody, I always try to find who I think would be good for the show and would just be someone because I don't want it to be just like a wrestling show. I don't want just that to be the format. I want it to be a variety. So you never know who's going to show up, and
Right.
that's what the
Right.
best part about this show. So that's what made I think made this show pretty popular so far anyway. But we're like I said, we're just getting started. So
Yeah. See, my brother. That's another thing. My brother, like us, growing up, like doing what we're doing. My brother always gets support from people. He gets support from my family. They all went to his wrestling shows. Tony got support for everything he's ever done. My family always behind him. Me, I don't think my family, I don't even think any of them, except for Tony, been to my shows. You know what I mean? Because they didn't
yeah,
like what I did. And
Sure.
nobody supports, just like my bar, nobody supports my bar and my family. The only time I really supported it was in 2020, whenever, yeah, my 20th anniversary, because
Okay.
it's 8 years ago. But yeah, they all came up then, and I was happy as hell to have them all up there. But nobody supports me. You know, if you'll see my brother, he's at this bar, that bar, this bar, that bar. You never see him at my bar because he doesn't like it. You know what I mean?
Oh.
He doesn't like my bar. But Tony, he gets support all the time. Tony can open up a bar right down the street from me, and he'd get all kind of
Wow.
support.
That's
But that's the way
crazy.
it is. You know what I'm saying? That's the way it is.
Well,
What's up, Shawnee and Johnny? That's what
yeah,
John Linhart's on.
yeah. What's going on there, John? How you doing?
But they're
uh,
like just like whenever my daughter got breast cancer. I mean, I did it for his wife and this other lady and one other person. And
yeah.
when we had a benefit to raise money, I don't have nobody to support me to do that for my daughter. I feel guilty about that because that's how I was. I was the guy who always wanted to help people, but I got condemned by help. Like if I would brag about it on the internet, they all got mad at me about it because. And then this one guy, Brian Drusky, you'll hear my brother. He's a promoter in Pittsburgh that my brother does bouncing for.
Uh-huh.
Like he does shit for people too, and they praise this guy like big time. Everybody, they
Wow.
kiss his ass, they praise him. But me, it's like, fuck it, you know, man, you did what you did for us, and that was it. But
Wow.
that's life, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I just never got the support I wanted to get from anybody. Like I moved to Florida, I got away from people, and I had some people down there to support me and stuff like that. But yeah, it was tough. I mean, dude, let me tell you something. If I had to do it over again right now, I probably wouldn't even do the Sam Kinison thing. I would have stayed in Pittsburgh with my 10 businesses I had, making me money out the ass. As soon as I move away, it all went downhill. I sold a bunch of shit before I moved, but my tow truck company went down the drain. Everything went down the drain. I had nobody to help me up north to help, keep it going for me. And
Sure.
so, I mean, I wouldn't do it again because I never, everyone thinks I made a lot of money on the Kinisons. I didn't make a dime on them. Dude, everything I did for fun. I put this crew together. We bought cameras. We bought this. We bought that. We had no supporters. If you look at my website, you'll see like what do you call that when they support you
Like a thank you, or
like we
just
put a banner up for them. That was
oh,
all banners
like an
because they
average,
came on our because
like a
they support
yeah.
us coming on our show and
Sure, sure,
helping
sure.
us. But we never really got I never got support down there. I mean, my couple cousins watched my shows because they loved it because of the girls. But
Yeah.
I never got the support my brother got. I mean, I was jealous about that all my life. He did something that was fantastic, with his wrestling. I
Yeah.
think that was great. I was a part of that. I support him with that, you know what I mean?
Sure. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I always seem to support everybody, but nobody support me. Like so if my brother's best friend opened a bar next door to me, he'd go there and he wouldn't go to my place, you know what I mean?
That's crazy.
But that's the way it is. And I don't hate him for it because he don't like my bar. He don't like my bar. I don't care.
Well, see, and I mean, that's how you and I are kind of similar, I guess when it comes to this, because I didn't know that. That's nice of you to tell me all this because I feel the same way. Okay, and I want to really elaborate on how I feel about it because, this definitely probably is maybe this is karma or not karma. Maybe this is like the universe making it work for two guys who didn't get much support from people, but now or whatever it's like people always expect you to be like, "What did you do for me?" It's not what you did for me lately. It's like, "What did you do for me today?" It's not. You could have given somebody $1 million yesterday, but they're still going to want more today. Sometimes. If you hang out with greedy people, but
Yeah.
in the last 20 years, and I will honestly say, in the last 20 years that I've been trying my best to do radio because that's all I ever wanted to do. Once I figured that out, and I figured that I wanted to do this for a living. I mean, I got a little bit of support of people like backing me a little bit, but I never, and this goes back to what I was talking about in the first episode about financial support. Because even after all these episodes, I could put together a Kickstarter and all that stuff, and I even mentioned on the Sell Swap page that, you know, we're looking for advertisers, we're looking for, you know, you figure people would be eating this up, you know, right now. Like knocking on my door or send me emails or PMing me up the butt just to ask what can we do to sponsor you, and nobody. I got nothing, and that's post has been up for almost 24 hours now, and
That's
nobody.
how I feel.
You know.
Like me and Tony got so many people out there that love us and supporters, and why ain't they on the show? Unless they are, and it don't show it. You know what I'm saying? Why aren't they going to when we're live? I mean, I don't care what anybody says. When you're scrolling through scrolling through Facebook, our show pops up where they're probably watching it without hitting the button going on it. You still
Could
watch
be.
us on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, you don't have to necessarily be in
Because
the
I have
show
people
to.
tell me that, oh, yeah, it was a great show. Now they can watch it after the fact too. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, the YouTube stuff does okay, but it's not where it should be.
How
My channel,
Spotify?
Spotify's okay, but I mean, it depends on how many people listen. Like, I haven't really been uploading any audio interviews. I want to do more. I've been just focused on doing the highlights and best stuff for right now, or the rest of the season, which we got one more episode left to upload, and then that'll be done with that. And then I'll probably focus on the audio stuff because I was gonna do like a highlight video. I'm secretly kind of working on like a little bit of a highlight video. I don't know when it'll be done, but I'm working on something that maybe in the next couple weeks or so that I'll get done and I'll be able to upload it. Just like a retrospect from the very first episode to the last episode of season
I think the
16.
more you put on, the more we'll push, the
Season
more it
one.
gets in people's faces, the more they'll want to see
Yeah,
us.
it's simple stuff. It's a simple video, but
Yeah, because
it takes a little bit of
When Bill does his, it's on there right away. It's
yeah.
recorded right away and put on Facebook right away.
Well, that's
You
because
know?
he doesn't. I don't think he puts his on YouTube. I think he just keeps it
Oh
on
no, he's
on
on YouTube
Facebook.
now.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
whatever. Some people do it differently. See, I'm not posting stuff right away. Like I don't have everything connected to everything. Like I tried to multi-connect to from Zoom so we could go live on YouTube and live on Facebook and live on Twitch and all these other platforms at the same time. And it's not
Right.
letting me do that. I can only pick one. So I picked Facebook. I could just upload on YouTube, do a live show, and never have to worry about uploading on this. Actually doing a real upload. Then I would have to record it. I probably wouldn't have to pay for the Zoom stuff. But it's like I'm so used to what we're doing and everything. It's like even the StreamYard stuff is kind of scary to me because I don't want to have to change stuff around too much to piss anybody off and say, "Oh, we're using this now." But I'm just trying to find something easier so that you don't have to download anything. All I have to do is send you an email inviting you to the show. You click on the invite and you log into that. You make an account and you'll have to do once, and then you'll see your video and everything, and you'll be able to do it like that, and we'll be able to do more special things like fun things. Like if I want to play a funny song, or if you want to play a song, or if you want to show a picture or something, everybody
Right.
can see it, and not just us or whatever. That's the
Right.
only thing about Zoom I don't like. Everybody should be able to hear our audio if I want to play. Like, if we don't want to get the show, if we're doing like a free show and we're just getting warmed up and we're just not ready yet, we can play background music and stuff and show old clips of the show from the past episodes before we go live. That sort of thing, get people warmed up,
Right.
and
Right.
stuff. And have banners across the screen, and show, talking about the latest things, having like logos, everywhere, and sponsors, like, oh, this episode's sponsored by whatever, yeah,
Right.
that
Right.
sort of thing. So StreamYard will be able to do all that stuff, and so in a week or so, I think we're gonna switch to that. But I'm gonna do some testing on it. What I was gonna say about the support thing, though. Now, I decided, and I said I wasn't going to do this, but something in my mind triggered me to do this because I figured, you know what? Fuck the people who are fake anymore. It's a
Right.
new year. It's a new time. I'm sick and tired of feeling sorry for people that don't give a shit about us, don't give a shit about our show, don't give a shit about anything that we represent because they think we're too Hollywood or whatever. Even though there is, in my area anyway, there is nobody else doing a weekly podcast like this anyway, where there's guests and stuff and blah 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 blah. If there are, it's just on local radio and it's just consumed to this local radio. It's not
Right.
being shown or shared where everybody can watch it or see it or listen to it. Okay. I decided that I went ahead and changed the Sound Swap page because I've decided that, you know what? Fuck everybody who doesn't want to support us. The ones that do, the ones that love us, will stick around. The ones that won't, that don't want anything to do with us, they can make their own pages, and good luck with that.
Right.
I've just decided that it's time to move on. I don't care about the sound swap stuff anymore anyway. It's not benefiting me. It's my page, and I'm not going to create another page to start all over and take 12 years or whatever to get even 1,000 people on there. The real
Right.
people who like what we do, and you know who you are out there, and even the audience that's watching right now that have been steady with us every week. There's not a lot of you, but there's a few of you. It's just gonna grow. All I ask of you is to share it with people, let people know what's going on. And those that
Right.
know me personally, or know John or Sam personally, or whatever, or any other people that we have on personally, let us know how we're doing. Like PM me, let us know, because I want that feedback from the people that watch too, because
If it's good or bad, we don't care because that'll help us get
yeah,
stronger.
I'm not
You
gonna
get
get
it.
mad at you if you tell me I fucking suck. You know what I mean? Then
You
I'm gonna
suck.
ask how
No, I'm only
I
kidding.
I'm gonna ask how can I do better then? How can I not suck? Should somebody else take the reins of being a host? Should I just be a co-host and just not be the guy in charge of everything? I can do that too. I can turn everything over. I don't care. I can give all this up to have Sam do everything. He can be the meeting
No,
host
thanks.
there.
I don't have
He
enough
can
time.
host.
Listen, I'm the busiest retired guy you ever met. I
That's
sleep every
right.
day for hours and I
Uh,
eat. I can't
you
be doing
say
shit. I can't
you,
be
you,
doing this shit.
you said retired, right? You didn't say the other R word, did you?
Yeah, yeah.
But anyway, so for right now, as you've seen on the website, I'm gonna just go through it real quick here. It's called the Swap/Renegade Radio Swap. But I believe in another month, because I know this is pissing a lot of people off because we've already lost some people that have left already that didn't like that. I think in another month we're just gonna make it Renegade Radio. It's gonna be the Renegade Radio page from now on. Starting officially in February, because I'm just not here to please. If you don't like what we're doing, if you think that like Sam's too out there, I'm too out there, all the other guys and gals that we have are too out there, well then you're just not. You're just too soft, I guess. We're not here for the soft people. We're here for people that can tolerate. If you can listen to Howard Stern, if you can listen to
Bubba.
like Bubba, if you can listen to the goddamn uh uh what is those guys called? The big dogs out of Grand Forks, North Dakota, who are worse than us, who are way worse, and they get away with it, and they get paid way too much money to do the job that they do for their show. They've been around for like 20, 30 years or whatever, and you can tolerate listening to them. Why can't you tolerate listening to us?
Right.
We're more simpler. We're doing way more cooler things on this show than they'll ever do on the fucking Big Dog show. Okay, over at KG 108, and I'm calling you out.
Sean, that's the most
Yeah,
I heard you swear since we did this thing.
that's why I want to do something between you and I, because I feel like I can really get it out there. Not to have you hear me be this way, because I'm not unhappy. I'm
I
very
know.
happy.
I know
I'm
what you're saying.
I'm so happy. I have a big smile on my face because I'm 40 years old now. I don't have to give a shit about anything anymore. I care about things, but I'm only gonna care about the things that I feel matter to me and the
Try
people that matter to
65.
me. Well, okay, that's another year. That's like 25 years. But I'm just saying, I care about people. If my tree gets smaller and smaller, then I know who I can trust and who I can't. You know, I'm sick and tired of trying to please everybody anymore. That's the old Frankie Slauson. This new Frankie Slauson is gonna be more of a badass motherfucker than you can tolerate. So,
John said he's a bad motherfucker.
well, you gotta be, and I don't want to be this way. I'm not. I don't want people to think that
No,
I'm
I
turning
like
heel
it.
on anybody. But
That's the
it's
Sean
just,
I like right there.
yeah.
Come on,
Well,
man.
you've inspired me though. I mean, honestly. I mean, I look at you and I look at what you've done in your life, and other than all the other jobs, because I've had a lot of jobs too. Some I really enjoyed, and some I could give two shits about. The current job I have right now, I enjoy because they let me be me. You
Right.
know, they're not having me be somebody that I'm not. They know who I am. They know my personality. They know what they're gonna get from me, and we're good. A
Why do you
year
want to do a
ago.
show
Yeah.
Why do you want to do a show that you're a person like me? It's hard for me because sometimes it's not who I really am. I'm the guy who says shit that probably shouldn't have been said. But on my show, I would think of something and say it, and then maybe I regret it later. But that was me, man. That's what brought our show attention to our shows. We never scripted anything on our show.
Yeah.
We just went at it. I would say shit to guests. I would say shit. No, I don't want to disrespect it. We never disrespect our guests.
No.
Never.
No.
Because you want them back, like you said.
Yeah.
But we could be funny as the 4 team or 16, whatever I be, or 10 team, whatever fuck how many people you got working for us. But you could be yourself. That's what you tell our people is be yourself. I mean, if they like sometimes I swear and I'm like, oh fuck, I shouldn't have said that because I'm afraid you get upset about it. And it shouldn't be that way, which I like this part of you better than the other part because you saying, hey, fuck it. I don't give a fuck, you know what I mean? Than being somebody you're not. And then people think you're boring and, you know, not boring. You know what I mean? Like this guy don't like swearing. This guy don't like this. But no, I think, you know, I think John's right. You're a bad motherfucker. You just don't know it.
Well, maybe if I started using more the Frankie persona instead of the Sean persona, then that's probably more my.
You don't have to say fuck. Listen to me. Yeah. You don't have to say fuck all the time to be funny. You know what I'm saying?
And yeah.
But when it comes out, it comes out.
And I'm not trying to be about negativity and everything. I'm just saying, you know, I don't have to care about everything anymore. You know, I care about the things. I care about people that care about me, and I care about those that want to see us be a success. And I care about the audience as well because I want a big audience. I want, you know, we got almost 7,000 people on this site, you know, on this page. And I know there's other pages, and I know there's, you know, whatever. But you know, the people that they're selling swap crap and whatever, it's like. I'm just not into it anymore. I have every right to change the site if I want. And I decided that I'm going to do it, and I don't care what anybody says. If you have a problem with it, come find me.
I wish you could do something to my website, Sean.
Well, maybe. I mean,
because I don't do nothing with it, and I'm paying all this money every month for. I don't even know how to change anything in it, and I would give you 100% with it if you wanted to make it. You know, put the Renegade radio thing on there where people can link into it and or whatever.
We can definitely talk about it off camera because I mean it was you know, that would be kind of fun.
Right.
Because I do believe that we should have an official website one day, renegaderadio.com. Are you able to switch your username at all? Do you know?
I don't think so. That's the problem. You have to go under SCREAMINSAM.com to get into it.
Well, that's still okay though, because then we can, you know, if it does need an update, you know, we don't want to just completely get rid of your persona anyway.
But we have you could put like we have our old shows you can listen to on there, videos. Yeah. I have somewhere in there. There's a recorder where we could like remember I told you I did my radio shows and people go on my thing and listen to us.
Sure.
You know, I used to get people. I used to watch the things go up and up and up when I was doing my show in my U-Haul in a U-Haul trailer. You know, my office, nothing to do. I just turn on and you know, and have fun with it, you know what I mean? Sure. And people be getting on her like, oh my God, you know, that's funny and this and that. Because I'd be like, hey, if you're at your office, make sure you turn this up. And I'd be like, fuck you and all your employees. And, you know, I did that with the kids too. I'd be telling people like, hey, come here, little kids. Just come here. Come to the TV.
Yeah. Come to the TV. And then you scream right at them.
Uncle Sammy wants to talk to you. Okay. Come here. Okay. Turn up your radio a little bit. Fuck you. You know, whatever.
I heard you were a bad little shit in school today. What'd you do?
Yeah, Eric Adams, talk about support. At my age, I wear a jockstrap to keep my bruising my knees.
Oh, Jesus. And see, that's what I'm talking about, too. Like, that's why we need Antique Man, because that type of quirky humor that he just brings up, I mean, it's like, wow. I didn't know this guy really
my brother loves the Antique. Everyone loves the Antique Man.
Yeah. So, man, Eric, come on, man. You know, I know you said you're going to come back. So when you're ready to do that, you're on the marquee. I put you on there for a reason because you're.
Well, no, he said something about he'll be there.
Okay, well, I just want to confirm. I just want to just let him know my thoughts about just because he's watching and everything. And hey, I put you on the marquee, man.
Antique Man, if you don't come on the show, I will drive to your house and put my Zoom on and put you on with me.
That's
Then
right.
we're gonna have a problem because I'll bring Mad Dog. Because what you gonna do when a Mad Dog takes a
Oh,
bite out of
jeez.
you?
And then then Mad Dog will eat all your food. Even though he says he's on a weight loss, but he'll skip that for a day or two. Eat all your food, and you'll have no food. You
He's,
have to go to the store.
he said he'll be there.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate you, Eric. You know that, and I don't mean to be a broken record, or whatever, but we love you, and you're a good guy, and you're a classy guy, and it's like everybody else, and you mean a lot to the crew more than you realize that you do. So never forget that. There's a reason why I invited you. Just like there's a reason why I invite everybody, because everybody has something to bring to the table, and you can show off your creative side. And Eric is one of those creative guys that he can draw, he can sing, he can teach, he can make jokes. He should be a fucking stand-up comedian too, honestly.
He's a one
You
man
know?
band for crying out loud.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's some
Now that's a
places in
guy
this
who could probably
area.
take over a show and do a show by himself.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
could do a show by himself.
It would be something. You'd play guitar, singing songs, whatever, and who knows what else he'd do,
I play guitar, so maybe we could do like he could do the organ, I'll do the guitar, whatever.
Yeah.
What do you call it? I don't want to say organ. You know what I mean?
Oh, the keyboard or whatever. Yeah, the piano.
He said Antique Man said he's great at sex too.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to have sex with you. Not yet, anyway. Maybe if you get more viewers and more people watching, then we'll do a live sex show.
Hey,
That's
before we
that.
close the show, I
That's
just want to
fine.
go over a couple things, okay?
Sure.
Before we close up, like if you give me 5 minutes.
Sure.
I don't want to bring the show down now. I just want to talk about something a friend of mine called me today about. That's all. But anyway,
Hey,
getting back to
the floor is yours, man. We can wrap it up here.
well, the thing is, like I'm at the age right now where a lot of my friends are dying, and it's really killing me. And just like my buddy Mike Wine just called me today, and he's all upset because a friend of ours, his name's Bob Martucci. I don't know if you saw that. His name's
Possibly.
the one that painted the flames on my Chevelle.
Oh yeah. I saw
Dude,
that.
he was
Yep.
an artist. He was an artist. He was like a great guy, and my buddy Michael Wine says he was crying because he usually sees him at this grocery store and that. But I'm trying to go. But anyway, I just want to give say a prayer for his family because he had a son who had Down syndrome, and he had a daughter who's like a dancer, artist also, and the mother took off. They split up, but the daughter's taking care of the son now. But he's only 66 years old, and he was in good health. He worked for the city. He did a lot of stuff, and all of a sudden he's gone. And I just want to say that I told Mike I'd mention it on the show. He said, say something about Tooch. And I just want to say a prayer out there for his family because, his kids and stuff, and he's dearly missed. He loved his animals. He loved his dog. He had a Doberman. He used to take the weddings, the parties, and he'd sit in the car at the steering wheel waiting for Tooch to come out. And it was really funny because I'd be like, you brought your dog to a wedding? He goes, my dog goes everywhere with me.
Oh, jeez.
But he was a great guy, and it breaks my heart, breaks a lot of people's heart that knows him. Even people who didn't know him personally but knew him on Facebook because of his art and because of the stuff he put on Facebook. Just a lovable guy. I just want to put that out there, like say a prayer for my buddy, because I had my best friend Dougie, who was my first partner at the bar. He just died not too long ago. Like I said, I didn't want to bring the show down in the beginning like that, but
that's okay. That's all right.
it's hard when you're my age and people are just knocking off like crazy. And then I think to myself, how come I'm not dying? You know what I mean? I'm unhealthy. I'm fat. You know what I mean? But I go to doctors and everything. My cholesterol, no sugar diabetes. My brother's the same way. We're all like no sugar diabetes. Our cholesterols are good, so I take advantage of it. But losing weight obviously helps me out. I mean, Tony lost over 100 pounds. I lost 57, and I'm going to 100, and I'm done. But I just want to put that out there. Just say that for my buddy, Michael, because he's supposed to watch the show tonight, and I told him I'd say something. But even if he doesn't, he'll watch it out. He'll watch the show later. But
yeah, it'll be on later.
For anybody out there, you had anybody pass away or anything, just say prayers for you and your family. But this is going to be this year, like Sean said, it's is 2004, man. There's going to be more in 2024. You know what I'm saying? That's what we should say. There's going to be more in 2024.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
more in 2024.
Forget about 2023. We had great shows back then, I think. But I really believe that it'll be it's going to be good.
Oh, I believe it too, because we got something, that's good. That's not hurting nobody, it's not harming nobody, it's something that's entertaining people, and people need to be entertained. No matter what, even all those people that I get mad at the Salt Swamp page, everybody needs to be entertained one time or another, because, if you live in a big city, you got entertainment all around you. If you live in a small community, it's harder to find certain places that, to just go and just, because everybody loves the bar scene. Everybody thinks that, oh, well, the only thing we can do here is go to the bar. Well, that's not all you can do. You can go to a movie, you can go, when the
I
weather is
hate bar
good, you go do
scenes.
stuff. Yeah, I'm not a bar person. I have
Me
been,
either.
but it's just not, because I don't drink and I don't want to drink and I don't want to be forced to drink, so. Anyway, so it is a new year. There'll be more in 2024. And as far as Renegade Radio, I just want to say I appreciate all the people who have given us a chance, and those that will, any future upcoming guests that we'll have. I mean, because right now I have already only booked four for the next two episodes. But, it's like you don't know who will be next. You don't know who will say yes. A lot of people will say no because they either are overbooked, don't care about really a smaller place, like us, help them promote whatever they got going on. But I've been lucky in the past where I've interviewed some A-listers and some B-listers and some people that nobody ever heard of, you know. But
Yep.
that's what makes a good show. What made the talk shows great back in the day, before everything got all weird and everything. They had good guests, they talked about fun things, they didn't care about how, well, they cared about their ratings, but they cared about how the show was and how we were trying to tell a story, kind of like, so that's
Right.
what it
Right.
is, so. I appreciate everybody, and I appreciate you, Sam, for just, being there with me and being there for as long as you can this
I told you
year.
anytime, man.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do some fun things, and once in a while, like I say, we'll just pop up on here and do something, just shoot the shit. That's different than just a regular show. It's no guests, just us talking, just to clear
Oh,
the
plus,
air.
I'm going to put this out there, and I don't know if you want to tell anybody this, but we're going to have an exclusive interview with two people that we love dearly, Bill and Sherry Kinnison. We were going to try and make it happen tonight, but Bill, being it's his birthday, and he was on, you
On a
know,
trip or something.
yeah, he was on a trip. I didn't want to really ask. I mean, I told him
That's
about it,
okay.
and but we're going to have an exclusive interview. Probably me and Sean will probably just interview them, or
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
maybe we'll do like the only thing I'm upset about. I don't want to invite Bill and Sherry, and then we tell everybody they're included, and they just get off the
No,
thing.
no, no, no. It's just gonna be us two. That's it. This
Yeah.
is just you and I. Because I have questions too that I want to ask Bill and I want to ask Sherry because I feel like like we've talked about like with Sam and everything. Of course he'll probably be part of the conversation, but like I want to know like what Bill was going through immediately after Sam passed away. Like I want to know questions like how was the media to him? Did he get interviewed a lot afterwards? Did they leave him alone after a period of time? Does he still get bothered? I mean, okay, I'm more media, but I mean, how long did it take for them to for this to uh, get things back to normal? So you
Right.
could live a normal life. I know nothing will ever be normal when you lose people, but like, I want to ask those questions because it's you know, like as soon as it happened, like who was the first person to get a hold of you to wanted the first exclusive clip or whatever,
Well,
how
Bill was there.
us. Yes, I know that, but
Yeah.
like back in the day, the media was different than it is
Oh,
now.
yeah, 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 yeah. Right,
So
right,
you
right,
didn't
right.
have you didn't have Snapchat and everything. If it was just word of mouth because of the traffic being heavy and all that stuff, and then people did find out eventually. But compared to now, where people find out like 5 minutes after it happened.
I was going to say, if it happened today and in today's world, like at this year, like this year or whatever, it would explode. And Bill wouldn't have no peace at all. I mean, it's
No,
bad enough now, you know what I mean? Because
but
the media would have everything out, the negative, the positive about Sam. Like a lot of people, oh, I bet he died. He was on drugs or he's drinking, and he wasn't. He got drunk. He got hit by a drunk driver, which
yeah.
blows everybody's minds. I mean, he's sobered up.
But what I'm trying to get at is like as soon as it happened, how long did it take for the media to get a hold of Bill, and how long did it take Bill to say I'm done with this. I can't. I need my peace. I need to, because I'm pretty sure. If it was maybe CNN or there was no Fox News at that time, CNN, NBC, whatever, CBS, whatever big mainstream news, or maybe even whatever was out in Arizona at the time or Nevada at the time. I'm just kind of curious because I don't know if he's ever been asked those type of questions before.
Right.
Like those immediate moments, like what was going through your mind, or who was the first person to talk to you about it, and how did you react to that then compared to now, where it's been so many years, and now you've had your time to think about things and blah 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 and all that. But I don't want to just make it just about just a Sam thing, but I wanted to ask about that because it's like
Well,
I'm
that's
very
fine. He'll
curious.
answer any. Bill would answer anything, and like Sherry was close to. I think Sherry was friends with Sam before she was with Bill.
Oh,
Yeah, they were friends. You know what I mean? Back in the before, like that's how Bill met Sherry. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. But
okay.
yeah, I mean, Bill would answer any question. You know that he'll answer
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
anything.
yeah,
And,
yeah. But I wanted
but
to
he's
understand too that when we do this, that we'll goof around or whatever, but hopefully he'll let us take our turns and let us ask, because I know Bill has that thing where he likes to take over, and he doesn't do it,
loves that. No, he does it
intentionally.
on purpose. He
He
loves
does it
it.
on purpose. I just, I want, if this is gonna be exclusive for Renegade Radio, especially with him and his wife, I want this to be as good as it can be between the two of us and the two of them. I think we'll have some good chemistry. We don't know when that'll be, but maybe we can get it maybe closer to February, like maybe that would be like a Valentine's Day exclusive or something,
Okay.
Talk
Yeah.
to him about that, see if we can do it closer to Valentine's Day.
Yeah. What day's
'Cause
Valentine's Day? I wonder.
that's on a Wednesday.
Oh, is
So
it?
like before Valentine's Day, then I'll upload it, the video on
How
Valentine's
the
Day.
fuck do you know that? How the fuck did you know it was Valentine's Day on a Wednesday?
Cause
You
I
do have a
know.
girlfriend. You don't tell us about her.
Yeah, right here. No, I should probably do that to the public here, but whatever. I'm just, I don't have no girlfriend, but I just know dates, but I can't get a fucking date, it seems like. Anyway, so I have, again, we're just gonna have some fun. It's a new year and we just wanna keep everybody entertained, so for now, I'm Frankie Slauson, along with Screamin' Sam.
Raymond
And
Sam.
we'll see you again next Monday for the start of season 2 with our 3 big guests that we have on. And hey, we appreciate you guys. So thank
You
you.
better be there next week. Better be there. Tell everybody about Renegade Radio, one of the hottest radio shows out there, or should I say Zoom radio shows, whatever.
Well, video, audio,
Audio,
podcast,
video.
whatever.
We're the best.
That's right. We'll see you next week, everybody. Bye
Peace.
bye.